And good evening. Welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show. This is Gary Brodsky for GaryBrodsky.com. And I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. We're always coming a little bit late. This big story tonight. Oh, you're going to be shocked and amazed. So let's give it a few seconds, and I'll run down. Uh, it's not a story. It's actually a long-running situation that pretty much shows you that everything you think, say, and do, not always coming from you. Okay, let me begin. I knew about this for many years. I decided not to talk about it because years ago when I spoke about it, people said, you're out of your mind, you're crazy. Well, I happened to hit YouTube a few nights ago. I know all about this, and I think this is never going to be ever out in public. It's called Operation, and it's all over the place now. Operation Laurel Canyon. And I will explain what Operation Laurel Canyon is and what it has done for the past and the present and the future. Operation Laurel Canyon. I have the white papers on this stuff. They set up the 60s. It's called Operation Laurel Canyon. It's all over YouTube now. Thank God, because I've been holding this information back for so long as not to be thought a nut. Still probably thought a nut, but that's unimportant. So Operation Laurel Canyon basically went out, found talent, and created the 60s. It was not a grassroots movement. It was carefully planned and choreographed by an army base. It was also called Operation Jocelyn, which is not that commonly known. So it engineered the 60s, the protests, and everything else. All the music came from Operation Laurel Canyon, including the 50s, and probably, I don't know how far back it goes, but they closed down now. They're in Florida. Now, if you just think about it logically for a second, or for a couple of minutes, you think about the 50s or early 60s music. There was a time every song was about an angel, John Angel, you're an angel to me, and that, and there's another, song with heaven, Angel Baby. Again, you see the same repetitive patterns in the early music because it was designed at Laurel Canyon. They think it's a bunch of teenagers that got together and all came up with the exact same stuff on the exact same subject simultaneously, pre-internet. When in order to get stuff, you had to actually mail it. No, it was pre-planned and laid out in advance, and they sourced the best talent in the world, including Jim Morrison and everybody else. I remember Jim Morrison because his father was Admiral George Morrison, and he was in naval intelligence. So why did they do this? To create a movement that would look like the free love, free, it looked good. I grew up doing part of that, and it looked great. And everybody thought they were doing their own thing. They were doing exactly what they wanted. Why? Because they knew there'd be protests against the war. And this way they can create a counterculture that would not get jobs, get into politics, or do anything but screw around with each other and allow them to do everything they wanted. The proof is all the protests, the marches, the sit-ins, the love-ins, the happenings. I remember those were pretty good. What happened? They got the Vietnam War and they won anyway. And everything that was done in the 60s, all the protests meant absolutely nothing. Then comes the late 70s, early 80s. You think discos just started out of nowhere? Pushed, promoted, funded by Laurel Canyon. Now, their counterpart in England, Tavistock, they brought in the British invasion, all with hidden messages in all the songs. And it pretty much captured an entire couple of generations. What they're planning now, well, it's already implemented. They've actually done something that they would never conceive possible. They have turned neighbor against neighbor, men against women, which is natural. They've turned our natural desires off. I don't see ambition anymore anywhere. Nobody. Um, and I test this stuff. I call people up. Hey, do you want to come work for me? Or what time do I have to get up? It's like, fuck it. Who wants to work with that guy? Hey, I'm looking for a partner. Well, do I have to work? Yeah. Well, I'm not interested. I'd rather live with my parents. You're 46 years old. Nah. I was looking for a co-writer for a book that I have a contract for. Book's done. I get paid. I split it. Nobody, oh, I don't like the subject matter. It's going to take a lot of time. Actually, it takes me no time. I read through like nothing. But this is what they've done to you. So you're going to have to wake up and say, no, 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 no. I see it for what it is. Engineering, social engineering is one of the biggest businesses in the world. And of course, GaryBrodsky.com, the site is about how to not be socially engineered and be a free person. Their big attack, of course, is on the alpha male. Why? Who fights back? The alpha male. Who leads? The alpha male. Who conquers? The alpha male. Who makes changes? The alpha male. They are raising a generation of wimps right now, of, for lack of a word, a bunch of pussies. And if that offends anybody, you are a pussy, okay? I'll just get that in there right now. And they have cheerleaders. Go, yeah, it's a good thing. You can't play tag in school anymore. There's no points allowed because somebody's going to be offended. They use that whole thing, offending, as a way to literally, political correctness will control you. It has been controlling you, and now they're pouring it on really thick. So this has been going on. Check it out on YouTube, Operation Laurel Canyon. I mean, they don't have some really great films yet, but a lot of people knew about this, and now it's just coming out. And that's why, men and women are not getting along, which is normal. I mean, guys, I used to go away for the summer when I was a kid, a teenager or whatever, and you pair off with girls, you have a girlfriend. Guys don't want girlfriends anymore. Women say guys are too much trouble. That is abnormal behavior. If you think of the behavior today, and you went back, let's say, 1980, before they really got their hooks into you, you would say, no, the future would never look like that. Hey, I used to talk to guys, hey, you want to come over for barbecue? Yeah, I'll bring my girl, no problem. Now they don't have the girl. And the girls that they have, well, they're too busy being independent, which means owning a cat. I'll define for you right here. But what is my greatest fear tonight? Is that they have a bill, and they usually get passed, to cut off and censor the internet with anything that may be deemed offensive or anti-feminist. So get your information now at GaryBrodsky.com while it's still there. Okay, hopefully you have questions. If you do, GaryBrodsky123 at AOL.com, and let's check it out. Questions. Hey, Derek, good evening. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hey, Gary. Hey, Derek. My girlfriend said she's busy lately, hasn't had sex with me for a while. She still talks to me every day and we hang out. I think she's too comfortable with me. And I was nice lately. There it is. You just condemned yourself. I haven't cheated on her in a year. Should I dump her and put her in the friend zone? Or tell her about new girls, date me, or just dump her and no contact for a month? So she really wishes me. Sort of reset the relationship. Does the no contact method seem too extreme or mean? Is friend zoning her better? Thank you. Derek. Great question, Derek. Simple. The fact that you're thinking about her like this is not good. Why don't you stop not caring what she says, what she does, what she's going to do next, what she's going to say next, because no woman, now they're going to get in trouble for this, is worth the problem of the aggravation that she's going to give you. If you stop caring, she's going to start caring. Everything, very simple battle plan, okay? Works for everybody. And you too, Derek. Whatever women do that drive you crazy, you do it back to them it drives them more crazy. And it's absolutely true. You know, she's not having sex with you. The reason is she's too comfortable with you. You're no longer a mystery, no longer a challenge. So it's not a slight on you. It's just the way they act. Stop caring. Stop giving a crap. Call back when you feel like it, if you feel like it. Um, break a few dates. Get her, you know, in a space when you stop thinking about her and stop rehearsing conversations in your head. Oh well, if I say this, and she'll say that. Or what if she'll think of this? When you stop thinking about all that, you're going to win. That's the key to winning. It's a game where he who cares less wins. So you have to care less. She didn't call me. I give a shit. And you can't give a shit. You can't pretend to give a shit. You have to not give a shit. And you said you haven't cheated in a year? Well, it's about time you started. It's not cheating. She's not giving you what you want. You go out and get it somewhere else. If you're working for somebody and they were paying you and they stop paying you, you got to go out. You need your fucking money, right? You need your medicine. Go out and get it somewhere else. Well, I have to say on that. Okay, let's check the big board active for questions. Okay, waiting for questions. Check the email. And they are here. And it's a good one. It's A Generation of Pussies by my old pal, Chris. Hi, Chris. It's like a martial arts move. Okay. Quite frankly, the only people with the strongest of work ethics get ahead in life. I like to say I have a good work ethic, but it doesn't amount to much if I work for someone and just collect a paycheck. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you ask me if I want a girlfriend, my answer is, why just one? Good answer. If you ask me if I wanted a job, I would ask for a company to run instead. Now, that's the way people should think. That's a great example. Most people are the laziest generation ever. This is them. I try to talk to people. I was talking to some girl and she started doing this. Yeah. Where'd I go? I disappeared. Don't stand this shit for 1 second. Man, woman, or beast, when they disrespect you, you walk. You walk. Because otherwise, they get you to work on yourself. Think, I must be doing something wrong. Fuck that. We have a generation that's trapped in a cell phone. They actually did a study. When people lose their cell phone, they react with the exact same things if the doctor told them they were terminally ill. Let's thought about this to be a weird thing. What if you find out you're terminally ill on the day you lose your cell phone? I guess the world ends. I don't know. But they really have done it. And it's frightening that they have separated men from women. This bullshit rape culture. Listen to all those old songs. They're all love songs. Yeah, true, they were a distraction. And true, they programmed their head to keep thinking about them. But they were all about love songs like, honey, I miss you, and when I see you again. It wasn't like, hey, I want to rape you. No. But now they've convinced women that all men are rapists. I saw a girl wearing a t-shirt. She said, it's not just one bad egg. All men are rapists. And it's funny and sad that they have divided men and women. Hence, there is no birth rate in America. The big companies are going to need people, and here come the immigrants with their insanity. And it's just bigger a picture than I can even paint. But unfortunately, I do know what's going on. I'd rather I didn't. I'd rather I was one of these morons who went around with a Hillary t-shirt on and just said that, oh, you're all a bunch of conspiracy theorists. But I can't. Unfortunately, I can't handle the truth, but I hate it. Okay? Okay, let's get some questions in here. Now, all the products at GaryBrodsky.com are all made to hit the primal, all of them, every one is made to hit the primal receptors of women. Stuff that they can have the biggest feminist viewpoint. It doesn't matter. It goes right through it. It comes in under the radar. And that's the only way today to really approach women, where they also don't know why. Forget this, so to say, I got to be with this guy. And that happens all the time. And that's why big sale at GaryBrodsky.com on the audios. I would hit that up now. It's going to last for a week, so you don't have to rush, but it's fun. A new audio. I'm surprised it did not sell that well. It's 100 words that seduce women, and all the information research is done on that. Yeah, it was done at Tavistock and at place in Laurel Canyon. They found words that get women crazy. The way women would react to rock stars because they said the right words is all explained in that. And there are a whole bunch of trigger words and stuff like that, always have been. And one of the most important things you can do with your life, I had a joke, but no, I'm being serious now, because I take this shit real serious, is learn how to speak. Because people speak weak now. They speak like losers. They speak defeated. They don't speak with power. They don't. They speak with that high-pitched, nasally voice. And they now are demanding that voice be used by actors and guys in the movies, and obviously that's what most actors are, television. They don't want a guy to have a masculine voice. And actually you can get fired for having a masculine voice. I mean, how much are we going to take? How much? Why don't you send a notice in the mail? Hey, send your balls in. Here, put them in this cup. Because we are not going to take it. We stay alpha. We're going to get the women. We're going to get what we want in life, and we're going to live. Hey, we're all going to die. Before we die, I think we should do a little living. This is an opinion, but I think it counts. It's a pretty damn good opinion. No questions, eh? Ungrateful. They want to ban the Three Stooges, Star Trek, and they will. Or they'll have it on Netflix, so that people will stay at home and watch old memories of the past and forget there ever is a future. It's mass insanity out there. The Satanists have gotten control, and what is the first thing they do? Is they ruin God's work. Man should be with women. No more. Not at diners, not at the beach. The whole summer I went by the beach. I saw a couple of couples. That was it. It used to be beach blanket bingo, wild beach parties, dancing. Dancing? They have slowly just took that out of everybody's life. No more dancing. Conspiracy theory. Gotta love how the fucking bleeding hearts, pro-Hillary fruit baskets, whine conspiracy theorists, even for simply opposing Hillary's campaign. Fuck them. Besides, anyone in Nazi Germany who said Hitler was born in Austria or said Hitler was Jewish was a conspiracy theorist. Well, it's not actually in Nazi Germany and in Soviet Union. If you just did not say Nazi Germany that Hitler was born in Bonn, you were a conspiracy theorist, and therefore they know how to deal with you real quick back then. And if you said Stalin wasn't any good, what do you mean I'm not any good? Kill this guy. The biggest cause of death in the last 100 years is called democide. It's by governments, and they kill people who don't agree with them. And they're going to kill you anyway. But how do you stop them? There's only one way. Don't fight their fight. They don't want you to date women, start dating women. They don't want you to be alpha, you start learning how to be alpha. They don't want you to succeed, learn how to succeed. They don't want you to survive, learn how to survive. They don't want you to live without computers and the internet, learn how to do that. Instead of the computer, do push-ups, punch the wall, study martial arts, anything. Don't play their game. Their attack is on Christianity and alpha. Be more Christian, be more alpha. They don't want men dating women, start dating women left, right, and center. Good dates, bad dates. And let's face it, the reality is, we only remember the bad dates because they're so much more fun. So, yes, this thing's resetting. Oh, everything's a conspiracy theory now. You know what's a conspiracy theory? The truth. Okay. But rock and roll, all that, all pre-planned. Disco, all pre-planned. A lot of it was to sell clothing. But then again, that does drive the economy. But they do it in such a demonic, nasty way. But what's being attacked is being alpha. Now, I know the reason most guys don't meet women. One, from the lack of knowledge. They have no clue what to say and what to do. That's a fact. That's what this website exists for. GaryBrodsky.com. It exists to show you how to meet women in a way that makes women want you more than you want them. You can't lose on that equation. Number two, guys have lost their ambition, their sex drive, their passion. You know, it's sad. And you can test this, you see it on your own. You don't need to hear me saying this. But you see it, Thank God I found a few guys in the gym that actually will spot you in bench press. I mean, to me, that's like finding gold. But no, we have a very, very beta-esque society. And it's going to get worse. I saw some clip today that they want to raise a society of wimps. And there is a they with a capital T. I know. I used to work for them. Never thought they'd pull this shit off. They paid well. And they pulled it off. And it works. You look at guys today now, there's two types. And both extremes are fucked up. Equally and engineered. You have guys who are complete and total nerds and guys who are complete and total bullies beating people up for absolutely no reason. If you're going to fight for a reason. Not with each other, not with innocent people. It's almost funny, but people have been screaming peace from the first day, and we're not getting it. Why? We're playing their game. Don't play their game. On that note, I am going to take a cigarette break, but I have no music queued up, so you're going to have to wait for me to like this thing. Now, remember my guarantee. GaryBrodsky.com, we got all sorts of products, and if those products do not get you laid, parlayed, and relayed with women who want you more than you want them, your money back, plus, yep, you got it, the knife to cut it off with. Nobody offers those kind of deals. Nobody even comes out and talks about this stuff anymore. The dating scene is dying. The average people going on dates are 35 and over. We're losing people because guys don't know how to be alpha. Send them to GaryBrodsky.com. It's helped a lot of people, and that's what it's there for. Oh yeah, it's also it supports me. I'll be honest. So I can pay off lawyers to allow me to keep living. Sad state of affairs. The girl carrying around her mattress, all this man bashing, it started long ago in the TV commercials. Okay, it's just a TV commercial, right? Yeah. That's in the TV shows. Now it's public, and now people are acting like that. All men are bad, all men are good. Let me just tell you women out there something. If it wasn't for men, you wouldn't have your dishwashers, your cars. Women do not invent stuff. Doesn't mean women are any less or more, but just a fact. There's a few, actually it was Hedy Lamarr who invented the computer. Don't let him tell you that. Yeah, the link is coming in there. Oh, hold on. Yes, I am live. So anyone wants to know about the show? I am live right now at Ustream Gary Brodsky. My friends, gotta log in. Okay, back to what I was saying. You know, there's a new type of religion out there. Stay away from it. It's called government worship. You see it all the time. I'm calling my lawyer. I'm calling 911. I'm going to get an order against you. I'm going to get a lien on your property. That's insane. And everybody's doing it to everybody else. Everybody else has to do it back. It is killing the heart and soul of men. And when men go, so goes the world. Shocking? No, it's the way it is. Hey, Roadrunner. I knew it. I want the knife to cut it off with. I get about 20 or 30 of those emails a day. That's the big attraction of the show, is that knife. I'll show it one more time by request. Now we're breaking records again on viewers. Actually very impractical, but it does have effect. Dull as hell, okay? But it looks great. And that's really all that counts. And don't worry, for any of you Asian gentlemen watching this show, we have you covered too. So now back to the serious part. Wow, this is a nice one here. They, with a capital T. You said it, and I will reiterate. They want men to be wussies. Men, toughen the fuck up. Another note, I still fucking hate feminists. Fuck them. Fuck the convoluted idea, and they should express their sexuality, but men are rapists for appreciating it. Fuck that shit. I hate how some men put women, they have a crush on a fucking pedestal. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, oh, stop it. The alpha male puts himself first. And believe it or not, you're absolutely right. By putting yourself first, you're actually doing a woman a favor. She doesn't want to be your mommy. She doesn't want to take care of you. She doesn't want to see you in a fucking wrecked position. I've been there. I gotta tell you something. You don't come out so fucking good. All right. Hey, Dan, how you doing? All right, Dan, I got something just for you. Let's see if I can get it to work, okay? You ready? Oops. 1 second, I don't know where I am here. I don't know how to minimize this. I'm trying. All right, Dan, you there? You ready?
Hey now, I'm all around you, round you. Hey now, up on your heart I can sing through you.
Now, the greatest pickup artist that has lived, that in recorded history, and we have his audio at GaryBryce.com, Charles Manson, and we're going to have another one, possibly with the gentleman himself. And just some sound clips.
What do you want to call me a murderer for? I've never killed anyone. I don't need to kill anyone. I think it.
Now, like him or hate him, it doesn't matter. He had picked up more women in his lifetime than most guys will ever see. What do we do for people like that? Do we hate them or despise them? You may, but we have to learn from them. And whether the good, the bad, the ugly, we have to learn. Whoever wins, let's go backwards on this. Okay, mind games. I got to tell you a funny story. I was in this bar. I won't mention the name of it because they'll sue me. I'm tired of it. Not the bar, it's being sued. I just wanted to pick up some food and have a bar in there. And this girl was saying, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm waiting for my food to be prepared. She goes, "I'm looking for a guy who doesn't play games." I said, "Ah, that's great. You sound pretty nice." She goes, "Yeah, you want to play tennis tomorrow?" I said, "No, I don't play games." I worked out. It's fun. I love that kind of stuff. Now, mind games. They're trying to fool us now. Instead of saying feminism, they say gender equality. Oh, they have like 500 genders now. Can I go on the record saying that men are greater than women? I don't have to. God did it. God said that. Joel, how are you? Nice of you to join. Hey, Gary, how are you? I'm doing great. My question is about rituals. I have been presented with an opportunity to take a high-paying government job. Not my dream job, but I'm willing to take it temporarily. I don't know if they have access to some negative medical info or not. Is it some type of ritual that can be done in order to pass the background check? Well, Joel, I do have the email. I'll let you know. I don't want too much on the show. Okay. And Dan, you're absolutely right. It is better to make $50,000 on your own as an independent contractor than $300,000 working for a company or somebody else. And I'll tell you why that's true. It's your own fight. If you work for a company, I don't care what they're paying you. You're helping somebody else fulfill their dream. Unless you know how to work for a company and eventually take it over. I've done that twice. It wasn't that much fun. You start your own company, you're instantly the president of the company, you start a corporation for $250, and it's not that hard to make money. The hard thing is the passion and the ambition. That is the missing commodity. And in every book, some of the great books, Napoleon Hill, about money, you got to be passionate about making money. And one of the biggest reasons people don't have money today is they really never thought they could make it. They really don't think that, me never. Morons have money. I know morons who have money. I can't even talk to them. They're like special needs guys with money. I know a lot of intelligent people that are dirt broke. And it really comes from the passion of, I want to build something. I want, So, nothing wrong with taking a job if your goal is not to keep the job, because I told you something, your pension is gone. You will never, ever see that. I'm giving away way more information than I should. If I'm dead tomorrow, I won't be here next week. But if I'm not, I will. Just mention that. Oh, yeah, the knife to cut it off. Now, Dan and I put that piece together on those words that attract women, and it's a mind blower. It's now called 100 Words That Women Cannot Resist. Right up there on the Gary Brodsky audios thing, and they can't. And I have played with this, and I've played with it on seeking arrangements, and they can't resist it. But boy, I ain't gonna spend $10,000 a night for a girl. That's a little insane. Unless Dan wants to spot me just for fun, but unfortunately, seeking arrangements has destroyed a lot of my friends, a lot of marriages, because it's not like prostitution. We went in and got blown left, no one knows. They demand hours, they demand this, they demand your financials. You're working for them. That's how bad it's gotten for men. Shit, I wish I could talk about the stuff I used to do. The stuff that anybody can do. But this is a public show, so I gotta watch what I say because, believe it or not, people who are not exactly friendly to the cause of being an alpha male, which is very popular these days, are watching this show right now. And they don't even buy anything. You know. Again with the knife. Okay. You need to perform a sacrifice in order for the occult to really work. Offerings, okay? Offerings. Incense is an offering. Candles are an offering. You gotta have to do the offerings. And they do work. And the occult is not against the Bible. The exact translation is pharmakeia. You know what pharmakeia is? Right here. Being from their lawyer tomorrow. It's mixing medication. Where the word pharmacology comes from, pharmacy. That is the direct translation of what people think is the occult. Sorcery is not, oh, here comes a genie. No. Sorcery is taking a mortar and pestle and mixing medication. Because the medical industry has killed more people than, you can Google it, like, you know, most people die from that. Okay, again with the knife. I'm not going to ask for this. That's a nice knife. I have one of those too. Those are great, sharp as hell. But, you know, you can't carry a switchblade legally, so I carry this. This is legal. Got a nice edge to it. One of these hard closes. You got to push this red button down. But it's good because it locks like steel. And you can, that way. This is men's toys. Every guy, you have a nice knife, every guy should go around to Amazon, like $18, buy yourself a knife. Put it in your pocket. If you're ever confronted, you can fight back. Most guys don't fight back. That has always been the case. Muggers depend on the fact that you don't fight back. And I'll tell you how to win every fight. Yeah. Like, how am I going to win any fight? I don't care how skilled you are. This is the first rules of engagement. Nobody comes up to you and goes, okay, I'm going to mug you. Let's fight. Whatever stance they use. Let's fight. They come up and they push you and they open like this. You're tough, let's see what you got. And they push you again. When they're wide open, boom. They're not that fast. Drop them down. Wait for their first aggressive movement. Now, in the military, they always say, before a guy's going to hit you, he's going to festoon himself with a power pose. Oh, you think you're tough? Let's see how tough you are. Wide open. You got the solar plex, you got the nose, you got the throat if you want, you know, quickly shot there. And once you get the first punch in, the second, third, and fourth, very easy. And I gotta say this, I'm not being egomaniac here, but I've had a few incidences with attempted muggings. I say attempted. One punch, the guy didn't move. Big guys too. The first thing when your fight starts, what is the first thing you should do? This thing's updating again. Relax. The more relaxed you are, the faster your punches are going to be, and the slower his punches are going to look. You relax enough, punches look like this. Easily to evade. If you tense up, you're dead. Look at Muhammad Ali, how relaxed he is. And Bruce Lee, when you relax, you get that whip action. Just a little advice, because the streets are crazy out there. Okay. All right, about to wrap the show up. I just wanted to mention again about Operation Laurel Canyon. Check it out, look it up. It's them and Tavistock have been literally paving the way for what suits a couple of big corporate big shots. The question is, do you want to play their game? Do you want to play their game and go along with the politically correct agenda, which is their game right now, and be a castrated human being living in a world that has such beautiful women in there, such beautiful things? Um, it's funny. What word do I say that offends people the most? Anybody want to guess? Well, we got a few minutes. We can guess. I've gotten flagged for this and had my videos pulled down. And it's not women, it's not bitches, it's not hoes. I don't use those words. But I'm just using it as an example. It's not those words. Brooklyn, do you miss it? Good question. I miss Brooklyn the way it used to be. It was, hey, how you doing, darling? Come here, sit down. We're going to have a party tonight. Hey, everybody, let's go to the beach, set up a nice fire and a couple of garbage cans, and spend the night. That's not like that anymore. Everything is rules and regulations. And people go, we need more rules, more regulations. That's called government worship. It's an illness. It's a mental sickness. Now I'm going to talk about something new. And the word that I mention the most, that offends people the most, is God. That word is, whew. I've gotten more lawsuits, restraining orders, and shit on me for mentioning God than any other word. You would never think that that word in a million years would offend people. Oh, it does. It does. They call it proselytizing, all sorts of stuff. And I'm an ordained minister, but that doesn't mean shit to anybody. In fact, that makes it worse. But I will be starting a new site very shortly. And I want to help as many people as possible. Because I don't believe being a wimp, being a pussy, being afraid, all that stuff is your own choice. I believe New World Order opens up the doors as, yes, unclean spirits come into people. And this is what unclean spirits do. And I know how to work it. I have studied exorcism with Raymond Charles Barker for 4 years, and I've seen it work every time. It's not with holy water and Linda Blair and throwing up. It doesn't work that way. But everybody out there is susceptible. You may have a bad day, whatever, and an unclean spirit jumps into you. This is biblical stuff. Jesus did not heal people of, what do you have? Oh, you have tonsillitis. No, he cast out unclean spirits. That is true healing. And I'm going to go on a limb with this because I have to help people. Why? Maybe it's a sickness I have. I don't know. It's not unclean spirits, I can tell you that. So anybody who's acting a little crazy, a little this, a little that, guys with a voice like this, I don't want to make too much fun of them. I got to make some, come on. But it's unclean spirits that have caused, look at what the world has become. It's all unclean spirits, and I'll get them out of you. Because they live off of your suffering. And you know about that if you've watched any of the Michael Tsarian, David Icke, actually both good friends of mine, their videos, they talk about how these unclean spirits actually live off of watching other people suffer. That's their fix. If they're in your body, they're going to make sure nothing works out for you so they can enjoy watching you suffer. So yes, that site will be dedicated to helping people one-on-one via telephone, via Skype, via video Skype if you like. And I will get the unclean spirits out of you. And that site's going to be coming up in about 3 or 4 weeks. But you can always send me an email if you have any problems. GaryBrodsky123@AOL.com. We'll work something out, and I'll get them out of you. And it's not easy and it's not pleasant, but when it's gone, you are free. The way people were meant to be. Free and independent. Now, I know smoking is not going to affect my health. I am going to die one day, and it's not going to be from smoking. Okay, different Dan, not the usual one. A story of conquest. This should be good. I know this gentleman. I can vouch for him. Recently, I have been the reason I have not been able to have any girls over the afternoon after school Some of these neighbors are fucking snitches. Snitches, that's America's new policy. That's politically correct. Years ago, if you ever open your mouth, you never open it fucking again. You know what I'm talking about? Not anymore. Okay, sorry to interrupt you. I started talking to a girl literally right down the street. She's smoking hot blonde and a volleyball player. She'll only be visiting for a while before she goes back to college. And now for the story. I sneak out at night, usually after 1 a.m. With all this risk on my shoulders, I have had the wildest, hottest sex so far in my life. All right. The adrenaline has got me hooked. Everybody, go visit GaryBrodsky.com now. Everything on there works, and I have tested over and over again. Dan, can you resend this? Because I'd love to use this testimony on my next mailing piece. DM, how you doing? Hey, DM. Nice. Nice of you. Thank you for joining the show, by the way. Isn't DM like a cough syrup? Sorry, I'm just going to make these jokes. Because, you know, they have cough syrups, Vicks, extra strength, regular strength. Now they have Bill Cosby strength. I had to do one joke tonight, right? What do you make of this brave high school kid that stepped up and smacked out a bully that was beating up a blind kid in school? I saw that. What did he get for his gallant efforts? He got kicked off the local football team and reprimanded. Just how much more of the shameful attempted pussification of a young man by the school system? Thanks. And thank you, DM. The school system is a brainwashing factory of emasculation. That's where it all started. We didn't even have a school system until the late 1800s. People learned at home or in church. You know, most billionaires today never went to school. School teaches you what to think, not how to think. And now, I have a kid, because I have a few kids actually, but one in school, and he's in the older grades now. He's not allowed to shake hands, not allowed to, hey, how you doing? Pat each other on the back. If you touch another kid, even in friendship, it's considered assault. I mean, he has a list of rules. I don't know. I mean, this is just the beginning. But the more alpha guys, and what alpha guys do with the rules? No. Fuck you with your fucking rules. Rules are not laws. You can break rules. What are you going to get? Yelled at in a note home. So I'm not saying break the law ever, but breaking the rules, because I have you controlled by the rules, not the law. And my chair is possessed because it's turning without me trying to turn it. Okay, just a little fixing here. Hey, I'm back. Okay, welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show with your host, Gary Brodsky. GaryBrodsky.com has stated twice, everything on there works. It gives you a way to go into this war and win. As Pat said, I wouldn't give a hoot in hell if anybody wants to go into war and lose. We used to have heroes like Pat. Now who do we have? I don't even know. Can you simply be in harmony with God and Jesus Christ, loving and thank, to get rid of the unclean spirits? Actually, it's hard because unclean spirits, I've seen very religious people, cancer, you name it, horrible stuff. And that's unclean spirits that are feeding off it. That's why the belief in God alone. Even Jesus said, I am going to cast out the unclean spirits, and those were religious people. So that used to be the old style of medicine, but there's no profit in that, really. Now, there's one woman who's going to be watching this show tomorrow, and she has seen me heal relatively like cases, and most of my clients, guess who they are? Guess what field they're in? They're doctors. They're doctors. And they know. They know. They can't say it, but they know. I mean, the real doctors, not the idiotic clinics where, if you're not vaccinated. You ever notice doctors don't have eye contact? You know why? Because they know they're fucking full of shit. Okay, with all the psychiatrists out there, doctors, all these guys who pass themselves off as religious leaders, what do we have today? 38% of women on antidepressants. Guys committing suicide. People unhappy. People miserable. I have to say this. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I shall refresh you. Look for that site or contact me by email, Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. Oh, we can't have a night without Junius here. Junius, how you doing? For you, I'd light a cigarette. Also, at GaryBrodsky.com on specialty items, I sell these African Makutos. They're from Africa, hence the name African. And they give you power. I just keep mine in my pocket. I already have one in my pocket. This is going out to somebody tomorrow. These have been around for about 4,000 years. Why? Because they work. Otherwise, somebody would say, this is crap. No, they work. More power. You cannot have too much personal power, and you don't believe the amount of personal power you can have once you have it. It's like you just woke up from a bad dream. Hello, Gary. Junius here. I would love to know if you would be wise enough to speak to the full blood moon tonight, since apart from an eclipse that comes every 30 years. Well, I'm waiting for it to come up again. I'll be going out there and looking at it. But blood moon rituals, not that important to me, because magic is magic. It's not witchcraft. It's magic. There's the big difference between magic and sorcery. I don't know how to do sorcery. It's just like if you were a martial artist. This punch works. This punch works. Whether it's sunny out, moony out, or whatever. This stuff is a science. It's like saying this phone, because it works on the scientific principle of working with energy. This phone only works on a full moon. No, it works every day of your life. Okay, let's get into one more question here. I must be getting older, Dan. I just got a notice. I get dental implants on a special payment program. Anyway, see all these teeth? Well, October 8th, they're going to be real. These are all temporaries. Martial arts has done a lot for me. They've made my dentists very rich. But I enjoyed it. Okay, let's get a last question. Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. And a little more soda. DHEA, if you don't have it, get it. It really amps up your testosterone. It's biology-driven behavior. I turned a gay guy straight with it. It's that good. It's that powerful. And only I have the real stuff. I'm not being a big bragging here. It took me years to find the real stuff, because they sell DHEA and they put calcium carbonate in there, which actually inerts DHEA and doesn't work. This doesn't have it. Within 4 hours, your voice is going to become deeper. If I took it up like, hey man, hey, I can become Barry White. The answer to your question, Dan, is yes. And their stuff works, as you see the power that they have. That doesn't mean that you can't use the same stuff. So that's why I make all the occult stuff available, because it works. And you know my motto on that? If it didn't work, you didn't do it. So many things to empower yourself. Music. You're going to become what you listen to. And that's what I talk about, braintrainpower.com. You hear enough, you'll become it. I listen to it myself. And it is incredible how you wake up next day, all of a sudden you want to take on the world. And everything in it. And you can. $10 a pop. I'm doing the best deal on that. I'm actually making $1.26 per order. That's a $1.26, and I got it right here. Somebody bought one tonight. I got my line done. Okay. BrainTrainPower.com, OccultForce.com, and of course the best and the only true site out there, GaryBrodsky.com. Just check them out. You don't have to buy anything. Oh, it would be nice, you know. All right, wait for one last question, and maybe I'll go some overtime. Okay, I got this fast, man. Again with the blood moon. People are going crazy over it today. Lunar worship, okay? Moon worship. Let me just tell you something, okay? All the moon sects are female. The lunar cycle is the female cycle. It's the menstrual cycle, 28 days. Worship that. It's got its advantages, but it is not the big deal in making it out. Except if it's prophecy, the moon will turn red as blood and the sky will turn black as sackcloth. Checking. And the end of the world will come like a thief in the night. But I try to avoid superstition. However, every kid, now think about this, every kid in the world knows this. This is not lucky, this is my lucky shoes, this is my lucky pen, because there is power and energy in everything you touch. And I was going to show everybody tonight, but come back next week, how you can know yes or no and the outcome of something before it happens. I don't have time tonight to show that. I wish I did. But you can show that. But get people to join next week, because I do not advertise or promote this show. I don't know why. I don't even care. And I will show you how to know. And you can actually do it along with me. How you know yes or no before you actually enter into something. And it's guaranteed to work. And that's one of the biggest occult secrets out there. And you're getting it for free. Why not? There's 1,000 ways. This will just be one of them. So, okay, I'm going to say the last question again, because I'm not finished with my soda. I like having good soda with some good friends. Okay. So again, check out Operation Laurel Canyon. You'll be amazed. Between them and Tavistock, Alpha is the only way out. Then I'm looking forward to you coming down and some working out together. As I told you, and as you know, my workouts are quick. You know, here's my workout for tomorrow. 6 sets of bench press, 3 sets of 6, and the rest of the night annoying people in the gym. And it works, as you can see. Yeah. Pretty soon I have to have my shirts custom made. This is a really stupid thought, but you know, this thing about burkas, and if a guy wears it, he's a ninja. Figure that one out. Okay, sad to say that. Okay, I think I'm going to end this show. First, I'll just play the song for Dan.
Hey now, I'm all around you, round you. Hey now, up on your heart I can sing through you.
Okay. Great song. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and thanks to the big crowd and the big audience here. And I'll be back next Sunday. And remember, remind me, there is a trick to knowing yes or no from something, and you can do it right here, learn it right here, and it's scary. It is scary. So prepare to be scared, because you'll know the answer to things before they happen. And I will show you how. Promote the show for me. Go to GaryBrodsky.com, braintrainpower.com, and Occult Force. Buy some stuff, because everything on there gives you more power. More power means more accomplishment and greater things in your life. Thank you all. Bless you all. Peace, love, joy, all the good things in life for all of you. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. Good night.